Not just important questions. Revise concepts too. Day before exam.
Hi, my dear Matholics. Welcome to Sarvottam Diksha.
So let's get started with linear equations in two variables. Linear means degree 1. Equation means I have two entities with equal to sign. Two variables means I have two variables generally taken as x and y, and these variables are degree 1. So this is how my linear equation in two variable looks like. Variable 1 with degree 1, variable 2 with degree 1 and one constant. Now let's take an example. This is my linear equation two variables. Here if I find a particular value of x and y which makes this equation true, then it will be called solution of this equation. Like if I am putting x is 0, put this in the equation only and solve for the y, I will get y as 6. So 0, 6 is solution of this linear equation. I can have more such values. So all these values of x and y are solution of this particular linear equation. If I plot it on a graph, let's see what happens. So I am getting a straight line here. Yes, if I plot all the solution set of an equation, I will always get a straight line. Basically, to get a straight line, my two solution set is enough. Now there are four things. Any coordinate lying on this line, like if I see this green cross is my 4 minus 2, if I put it in this equation, let's see whether it is satisfying or not. Yes, when I substituted x as 4 over here and y as minus 2 over here, I am seeing my LHS equal to RHS. Same way, any point not lying on this line like 0, 0 origin, if I put it here, it won't be equal to my RHS. Any point which doesn't satisfy this equation can't lie on this line, and any set of coordinate, any solution which satisfies the line has to lie on the graph for sure. So we realized my one equation can have multiple solutions. Basically, every linear equation in two variables have infinite solutions. We have seen many equations where they give us two linear equations and they tell us to solve. Solving means I have to find that particular set of coordinate, that particular solution which satisfy both of my equations, which is common for both of my equations. How to find that common solution? One way is I will plot both the lines. I will get straight lines for corresponding to each line, and wherever they are intersecting, like this particular point lies on both the lines. So this is the common solution. Now thing is, how many times my lines can intersect? If I have two lines, I am taking one more case. It is converging on left and diverging on right. Definitely on right, if I keep extending, it won't intersect. Here they will merge and again they will spread. So two lines can intersect only once. So if my lines are intersecting, there will be only one solution. Now let us discuss the various cases two straight line can have. After drawing the lines, we have three cases. Either my two lines will be parallel. Definitely if they are parallel, it won't be having any solution. The intersecting case, what I just discussed, they will intersect only at one point. One point means I will have only one solution, which is nothing but unique solution. Coincident line, my lines are same. So every solution on one line is solution of another line also. So they are called infinite solution. Also, if my lines are having some solution, whether intersecting or coincident, they are called consistent solution. No solution is also termed as inconsistent solution. Also in my consistent solution, infinite solution is termed as dependent solution, and intersecting solution is termed as independent solution. Sometimes question comes whether it has consistent solution, inconsistent solution, dependent solution or independent solution. There students kept recalling what was consistent, what was inconsistent. So definitely you should revise a day before. Here parallel lines, intersecting lines, coincident lines are geometrical names. How my graph will look like. And no solution, unique solution, infinite solution is mathematical name. To find what kind of solution we have, one way is you plot the equations and see what kind of solution it is. But it is little tedious. So with the help of coefficients also, I can see what kind of solution is there. If my a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, it will be a unique solution. Now after a1 by a2 becomes equal to b1 by b2, I have two cases. One is the ratio becomes equal to C1 by C2. This is my infinite case. Basically, my lines are same. And second is, it is not equal to C1 by C2. Here, if we will have no solution. So, there are many equations based on it. We will discuss it now. Let's see this equation on the concept what we just discussed. I should have A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. So this is what I am getting. Since both C1 and C2 are on RHS, I can take it as 1 by 2 also. Or I should consider both of them on LHS. One on RHS, one on LHS is not correct. So here if I bring both 1 and 2 on LHS also, it will become minus and minus, which will get cut only. So it doesn't make any difference. Now here I should solve first A1 by A2 and equal to B1 by B2, because this is the common thing. If you see, as we discussed, there is a very thin line between infinite and no solution. Let us solve it. I am getting k square is equal to 36. So k is equal to plus minus 6. Now let me see this one. I am getting here k is equal to 6. So I have two values of k. One is plus 6, one is minus 6. If I consider k as plus 6, it becomes infinite solution, because then all three becomes equal. And if I take k as minus 6, then it will be no solution, because in that case a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, but it won't be equal to c1 by c2. So we have to be very skeptical. We can't leave equation here itself. Now if they have given me two linear equations and I have to solve it, there are three methods. Graphical method, I will plot the graph for both of it and I will find where it is intersecting. Substitution method and elimination method. So I have plotted two lines and I am seeing this is the point which lies on both the lines. So here both the lines are intersecting at this point 1, 4, which is the solution of these two lines. Also, sometimes they ask us to shade the area between x-axis and the two lines, y-axis and the two lines. So if I have to find the area of line with y-axis, see, this is the area for which they are asking. We have to be very cautious whether it is y-axis or x-axis. Now what is the base? This I will consider as base. So it is nothing but 3 units. And altitude will be this point. So I have dropped perpendicular from the point of intersection to the base, which is 1. Here altitude is 1. So area of triangle is half into 3 into 1. Now with x-axis, what is my altitude? This is my altitude. This is my base, not altitude. What is my base? This is my base. And what is my altitude? This line is my altitude. Now let's see the measures. This base is 7 units and altitude is 4 units. So area is half into 4 into 7. Showing one more time, what is the triangle with x-axis? This is the triangle with x-axis. Now let us see substitution method. As name say, here I will substitute the value. Here if from first equation I see, I can take y is equal to 7 minus 2x, and this value I will substitute here in place of y. So 4x minus 3 into 7 minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, and then I will solve it as simple linear equation we have done in previous classes. I am sure you know how to solve this. I am not solving it till end. This is just a quick revision. Here after solving you will get x equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. If you are getting this answer, please write in comment box. Let's see elimination method. Now here I have two equations where I have to eliminate one variable. As name suggests, I will get the solution by eliminating one variable. To eliminate one variable, I will multiply both the sides of both the equations in such a way that their coefficient of one of the variable becomes equal. Here, mostly what students will do, they will multiply this with 6 and this with 4. Rather than doing it, take LCM of 4 and 6. What is it? It is nothing but 12. Now here I should multiply with 3. Why to deal with big numbers? It's easier to deal with smaller numbers, and here I should multiply with 2. So after multiplying, I am seeing my coefficient of x has become equal. So definitely x will be the variable which will get eliminated. And please, here since both the, and please make a note, here 12x are of same sign. So I am subtracting. So I will change sign of every term, like here, because minus 8y, when I'm subtracting it, it will become plus 8y, and minus 10 will become plus 10y. So 12x minus 12x is 0, and here I will write 9y plus 8y as 17y. Please be careful of changing signs while subtracting. Here only is the place where students may mistake mistakes. And my y is equal to 2. And this y equal to 2, I will substitute in any of the one equation and I will get corresponding x also. So when I substituted y as 2 over here, we will get x equal to 1 by 2. Now 1 by 2 is solution set for both of the equations. So this 1 by 2 will satisfy both of the equations and is a common solution. In exam, if they are not mentioning anything, which method to use to solve the two equations, it's your choice. You can use any method, substitution method, elimination method. But if they have mentioned, you have to be very cautious, read your question completely and do the method which they have mentioned only. Now this question is very frequently asked, either it comes in MCQ or sometimes a 2-marker. Here, if I try doing it with elimination or substitution, it will be very tedious. Coefficient of x is the coefficient of y in second equation. So rather than doing elimination, because multiplying with 67 and 43 will be tedious. Let us see what happens if I add. If I add both the equations, my coefficients of both x and y became equal, and I can take 110 on the other side. See what I am getting. I am getting x plus y is equal to 0. Now let's subtract these equations. If I subtract these equations, this is what I am getting. Again, the coefficient of x and y are same but with opposite signs. Now I can take 24 common and take it on other side. Simplified equation is minus x plus y equal to minus 2. So these two equations are easy to solve. Now here, even if I do elimination, what I am seeing, my coefficients of x and y are already equal. I can directly add. No need to change or no need to subtract every time. I can directly add, and I am getting, this is minus 2. My bad. So it is nothing but 2y is equal to minus 2 and y is equal to minus 1. And again I can substitute in one of the equations and I will get x also. Now see these two equations. Both are the same equations, but one is MCQ and one is subjective. Definitely there should be different approach for MCQ and subjective. After seeing coefficient in roots, it looks scary, but actually it is very simple. Here what we are seeing, if I am talking about MCQ, there is no constant in both of the equations. No constant means my equation will pass through origin for sure. See, this I am drawing randomly. I am not saying this is the plot, but it will pass through origin from the sure. And there will be only one point of intersection, which will be nothing but origin only. Now why, when there is no constant, my line passes through origin? Because if I put x as 0 over here, there is no constant to give you some value for y. So y will automatically become 0. Root 11 y is 0 and y is 0. Same with second equation. So if there are two equations in MCQ with no constant directly, it's intersecting at origin. Now how to do with substitution? Here substitution looks scary, but it is not. So, let me take minus root 7x on other side, and y is nothing but minus root 7 by root 11x. If I substitute this value here in this equation, what will happen? See, this is what I got after substitution. Now rather than solving it, take x common. What is left in the bracket? Whatever it is, how does it matter? My RHS is 0. All this will go on other side and I will have 0 upon all this whole bracket. So and the answer is 0 only. I substitute this value in one of the equation, get y. Word problems is very important part of this equation. These equations, pipe equation, work equation, speed time equation, upstream downstream is coming from last 20 years very frequently. Upstream downstream they say is deleted, but I will recommend you to do it. No harm in doing something extra. Acid equation, profit and loss equation, gold carat equation has not come that frequently. Profit loss was there in 23 paper, but still I will recommend you to do these equations. These are conceptual equations, and these days board exams is asking very conceptual equations and something unpredictable. Want quick explanation of these equations? Stay tuned for my next video. See you there. Bye bye.